Now children, let's move to classification of resources on the basis of ownership. Means right to ownership. Clear? What are they? They are individual, community owned, national and international resources. So question may come. What are individual resources? You see the slide here I am showing here. These resources are owned privately by individual like you, your parents, I, he, she. Land owned by a farmer is individual resources. Houses, wells, plot lands are individual resources. Similarly, if you will see community resource, these are for the benefit of the entire community, the area, region. See, playground near your home, village ponds, clear, grazing grounds, burial grounds, picnic spots that you enjoy, isn't it? Marketplaces which is necessary for us, for our daily transactions, public parks, graveyards, these all are our community resources. Next, children, comes national resources. The word indicates the meaning of this resource. National means owned by a particular nation. Example, minerals. It neither belongs to individual nor to the community, rather it is of national. Forest resources, wildlife resources, water, railway, roads, canals, isn't it? These all are belongs to nation. Even if oceans up to 12 nautical mile, that is up to 22.2 kilometer from the shoreline, is the national resource. Also the resource is international resources. These are what? These resources are specifically regulated by the international bodies. Example, oceans and the sea beyond 200 nautical mile of the exclusive economic zone. Here, no individual country can utilize these resources without the permission of international bodies. Now, let me clarify some technical terms here that I told you already. What are these words? Say nautical mile. It is a unit for measuring the distances at sea. It is calculated with the help of latitudes and longitudes. In higher class you will read. 1 nautical mile means about 1852 meters, 1852 meters. So now you can calculate 5 nautical mile how much, 10 nautical mile how much. Similarly, EEZ, exclusive economic zone. What is it? It is an area of coastal water, clear, and seabed within a certain distance of a country's coastline, to which the country claims exclusive rights for fishing, drilling, and other economic activities in the sea or ocean. And also remember here, what is terrestrial water and where is it? Terrestrial water ends at 12 nautical mile from the sea coast, oceanic coast. 12 nautical mile means about 22 kilometers. So you see, from 22 kilometer to 370 kilometer is known as exclusive economic zone. You can calculate yourself. Clear? Now next let me see the classification of resources on the basis of status of development. Dear children, like other resources, this is also classified into 4 categories, namely potential, that you know since earlier classes, developed, stock and reserve. Clear? Now let's see detail about the resources. What is potential resource? The resources which are found in a particular region but not yet used properly, not utilized properly. You see, for example, Rajasthan and Gujarat of our India, they receive plenty, abundant of solar energy and wind energy, isn't it? But use of them so far in the country has not been developed properly. That is potential resource, means we can utilize it. Similarly, the developed resource, the resources which are developed and surveyed for utilization, now they are being used in present times, is known as developed resources. See, these resources are developed and surveyed. Example given, Saudi Arabia, which has 25.9% of the world oil reserves, they are now utilizing it. Similarly, now comes stock. Resources that are available but we do not have proper technology to use them. You will see the example, water is made of oxygen and hydrogen, given H2O, you know here, which can be, this hydrogen and oxygen can be used as fuel, but because of lack of proper technology, these are not being used in its proper way. Similarly, last, reserve resource. These resources are available and the know how to use them is also present, but they are yet to be used in future. We have kept them for future. Judiciously we are using them for future. They are called reserve resources. For example, river water, which is found but not used properly to generate electricity for our own consumption. It has been left for something for future generation. Well, my dear children, now let's see the recapitulation of the part of the lesson that we have covered. And here I can give emphasis on only the definition terms and difference between two classification of resources, like say cyclable, non-recyclable, exhaustible, inexhaustible, renewable, non-renewable, national, international, and many more like this. You can prepare yourself. So make a note and go detail about it. The lesson is completed. Thank you a lot.